Okay, good afternoon, class. Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon.
Today we start to
Good
discuss
afternoon. Good afternoon.
and the topic, is it dangerous to
Is it
children view
dangerous to
cartoon?
children view cartoon?
Okay, I want to start from
Okay,
my
I want to start
opinion.
from my opinion.
Well,
Well,
in my opinion,
in my opinion,
I think cartoon
I
have a
think
lot
cartoon
benefit,
have a lot
and
benefit,
I will tell you
and
some of
I
them.
will tell you some of
The
them.
benefit of watching
Benefit
cartoon
of
for children.
watching cartoon for children.
First, good
First,
character in
good
cartoon
character in
will
cartoon
educate
will
children
educate
to have more
children to have
positive
more
character.
positive character.
Second,
Second,
encourage children
encourage
creativity
children
growing
creativity
because
growing
cartoon have a
because
lot of
cartoon have
color
a lot
and
of color.
shapes. And the last but not least, for entertainment facility. When children laugh at the funny character in the cartoon, it makes a good effect. This can make your children feel happy and be able to improve his mood. So I think it is okay for children watching cartoon. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Daningsi. Um, I think, in my opinion, of course, dangerous because kids who watch cartoons 3 or 4 hours a day are prone to violence. Moreover, marginalization of cognitive function, divergence from realities, and an increase of negative behavior might develop over the course of time. Thank you.
Okay, next selfie.
Okay, next selfie.
A.
A.
Positive effect
Positive
of
effect
watching
of
cartoon
watching cartoon
on children.
on children.
1.
One,
Helps children
helps
get an
children
early
get an
start on
early
learning.
start on learning.
2.
Two,
Helps in the
helps
cognitive
in the
development.
cognitive development.
It means
It
watching cartoon
means
can
watching cartoon can
build
help
cognitive skills.
cognitive
It
skills.
can help develop
Can help
logic
develop
and
logic,
reasoning ability,
reasoning ability,
visual and auditory
visual and
processing,
auditory processing,
and sustained
and sustained
selective.
select and selective.
3. Helps in
3,
language
helps
development.
in language development.
Cartoon can expose
Cartoon
you
can expose you
to different languages.
to languages.
This helping children
This
in
helping
develop
children
their
in
linguistic
developing their
abilities,
linguistic abilities,
allowing them to watch
allowing
cartoon
them to watch cartoon
in your
in
native
your
tongue.
native
For
tongue.
example,
For
can help them
example,
learn
can help them
language
learn
by watching different
by
cartoons.
watching different cartoons
Can also improve
can
their
also improve
pronunciation
their
and their manner of talking.
manner of talking.
4. Enhances
4,
creativity.
enhances creativity.
Watching cartoon can
Watching cartoon can
help
help
increase children's
increase
imagination
children's
and
imagination
creativity.
and
Your
creativity.
children will be
The
able to
children
think
will be
of
able to
new
think of
ideas
new
inspired
ideas
by
inspired
certain
by
cartoon and
certain
come up
cartoon
with
and come up with
story and artwork
and
based
artwork
on the
based
cartoons you
on
watch.
cartoons you watch.
5. Children
5,
find
children
cartoons
find
amusing
cartoons
enough to laugh
amusing enough to
out
laugh
loud at the
out loud
antics
at the
of the
antics
cartoon
of the
characters.
cartoon characters.
Laughter is a good
Laughter
stress
is a good
buster and
stress buster
confidence
and
builder.
confidence builder.
It also boosts
It also
immunity
boosts
and
immunity,
causes
causes
the release of
the release of
endorphins that cause
endorphins that
us
cause
to
us
have positive
to have
feelings.
positive feelings.
6.
6,
Helps kids learn
helps
about
kids
different
learn
things.
about different things.
Watching cartoon is a
Watching
great
cartoon is a
way
great
to teach
way
your kid
to
about
teach your
local
kid about
costumes,
local costumes,
traditions,
traditions,
history, and
history,
mythology.
and mythology.
For example,
For
watching
example,
animated
watching anime
version of the
version
Ramayana
of
of
the Ramayana
Mahabharata
of Mahabharata
can teach kids
can teach
about
kids
Indian
about
mythology.
Indian mythology.
Watching cartoon about
Watching
Aesop's
cartoon about
fables
Aesop's fables
or
or
Panchatantra can teach
Panchatantra
children
can
about
teach children about
moral, kindness,
moral,
and
kindness,
compassion.
and compassion.
That's to me.
That's
Thank
to
you.
me. Thank you.
Next.
Next.
Okay, my name is Pupu Deskilasari and I'm from Group A. Is it dangerous to children view cartoon? In my opinion, of course, dangerous. A major percentage of the urban population has grown up watching or reading cartoons. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Disney fairies have become a part of children's growing years. Walt Disney, the name who made cartoons so famous, has become a legend, and so has his cartoons. They have become iconic since the time for their first appearance, but with time the face of cartoon has changed in a big way. Fairy tale features like Fantasia, Snow White, and Pinocchio gave way to a new genre of cartoon, which introduced the concept of violence with it. It started off with Tom and Jerry, Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny, kids of cartoons, which has funny violence integrated in the story. Then came the emergence of the concept of superheroes versus supervillains. Parents often allow their small children to view cartoons when they are small. They consider it to be safe for them to watch rather than watching the programs for the grown up. So cartoons can be considered the first from media which interacts with the children. It states that negative impact of media violence cannot be denied, but another aspect which cannot be denied is the fact that media violence had an equally bad effect on grown-up as well. It can be found that people are not just concerned about media violence, but also matters related to sex, abusive language, and recent emergence of the problems of commodification and merchandising. A popular cartoon program Shinchan, a Japanese cartoon show about 5 years old child with the same name, Shinchan, has faced a lot of work from the adult viewers who thought that it was teaching children all the wrong stuff like inappropriate language and behavior. It was even banned in certain countries for some time only be brought back after much censorship. Same goes for other shows like The Simpsons, The Family Guy, and South Park. Though these cartoons are meant for the adults only, but there have been cases when parents have allowed their children to watch this show only to find out later on, to their horror, what the show contained. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
my name is Wahyu Pranata. In my opinion, the age of children is still vulnerable to various things. Watching cartoon is one of the bad things because the quality of the cartoon is not good. Many cartoon present things that are less educational, such as harsh language, violence, and others. And also, if children continue to watch cartoons, either through television or gadgets, it is feared that it will damage the children's vision. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Karina Putri Janwarso, and I'm agree with my group age, which cartoon has a negative impacts for children. As I remember when I was a kid, I was so crazy about cartoons. You can say I was hooked on them. I remember my parents had to be home at 7 p.m. sharp to record the latest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode so that my brother and I could watch it the next day after school. I knew each and every details about those heroes in the half shell. He-Man and Masters of the Universe were another important part of my childhood. Not only did I watch cartoons, but I also passionately collected all He-Man action figures of heroes. After the episode on TV or HVS was over, I used to play with these toys, imagining how Man at Arms fights against Skeleton and destroys his army, or how violent Hordak attacks Castle Grayskull on the planet Eternia. Many Saturday and Sunday mornings, I also spent watching Disney animated feature films like Beauty and the Beast, a monster winning heart of a beauty after so many troubles, The Sword in the Stone, Battle of Wizard, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I have always feared this ugly evil witch and her poisonous apple might go after me while sleeping. I like and enjoy in certain things. We all do. However, this does not mean that they are always good for us. We often realize that later on as grown-ups, the same stands for cartoons. Besides the positive aspect of cartoons, that there are also some negative effects of such shows on children that parents should be aware of before letting their children watch them. Therefore, it might be useful to check out the dark side of the cartoon. And first of all, I describe as they also contain some violence. Like if you can say the violence that they become insensitive to others' pains and sorrow, children do not feel discomfort from any elements of violence around them in real life, and also children are prone to aggressive reaction and violent behavior. On the internet, you can also find many other studies regarding this issue. One of them is the study of scientists from Iowa State University. They found that animated shows aimed at youngsters often have more brutality than programs broadcast for general audience. Second, they also cause health problems for children. Why I said so? Because you know that there are other less radical health issues. For example, like it is obvious that there is nothing good in sitting all day in front of the TV, right? Watching cartoons like this can only weaken kids' eyesight or may lead to pain curvature disorders. Lack of physical activity also creates problem with obesity. Furthermore, many experts stress negative impact of cartoon on speech development of children by the age of 3. Psychologists also claim that watching cartoon is a passive activity in which there is no interaction required for proper speech development. And the last but not least, the role models. While watching cartoon, children often identify themselves with the characters. However, the problem is that these characters are usually inappropriate for any identification since they are too aggressive or have supernatural powers. They can fly, shoot spider web from the wrist, jump from the top of a skyscraper on the buildings nearby, throw a lightning bolt, run faster than the wind, fall from the 10th floor and stay unarmed, beat 15 criminals single-handedly, and similar. These aggressive characters may easily turn into role models. Without the supervision of the parents who will explain the difference between reality and fiction, which is not always the case since they are usually busy and prefer to leave the kids in front of the TV, children can use cartoon as a substitute for real life. This might be a threat for child psychological development. Unfortunately, there are cases where children take cartoons to an extreme. Thank you. Mana Sofia?
Next, Anastasia.
Is it is it dangerous to children to cartoon? Actually, are there any benefits to watching cartoon for children? Yes, here. There are several benefits of watching cartoon for children, including helping the earlier stage of children's learning, cognitive development, language development, increased creativity, entertainment facility, education facility. That's I think watching cartoon with any positive side and negative side. And that's the positive side. Thank you.
Okay, next. My name is Sigit Ahmad Fauzan from Group 1. In my opinion, One of the positive effects cartoons have on children is to help them develop their abilities. While watching can train line coordination, long-term memory, focus, logic, reason, hearing sensitivity, and so on. Further, the child also has the opportunity to train critical thinking ability early on through access to appropriate content. In the end, it is impossible for children to watch fully, especially with so much content available on the internet. But with good supervision and good chaperones, it's not impossible for the children around us to find role models through watching activities, such as Captain Subasa and the crew that is them to become football players. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Nuranisa. I'm from Group A. Um, it is dangerous to children view cartoon is watching cartoons for children simply needs supervision from parents. Many things happen outside the real world. When watching cartoon films, so that the net impact of children will be difficult to distinguish between the real world and the cartoon world. Parents need to explain what can only happen in cartoons and in the real world because it is feared the children will think that what happens in cartoon in concrete. These conditions sometimes make children express what happens in the cartoon world and the real world in the form of behavior or scenes that are shown in cartoon films. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Trio. Negative impact of watching cartoon on kids. While cartoon have many positive effect on children, they can also have negative effect on child behavior and development. Here are the various negative effects that cartoon can have on children. Children often idolize their favorite cartoon character and mimic them or aspire to be like them. Often, the object of their admiration could be a misleading role model who encourage the wrong habit or display incentive behavior toward well-being. This kind of impact of cartoon on children physiology can often lead to devastating consequences and result in children being withdrawn, uncommunicative, antisocial, or unruly. And then positive effect of watching cartoon on children help children get early start on learning, help in the cognitive development, and enhance creativity. Watching cartoon is a great way to teach your kid about local custom, tradition, history, and mythology. Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys for our opinion about uh, efek dampak dari kartun untuk anak-anak. It is enough.
Thank you guys for today. Sorry,
Okay.
there's a lack of mistake from
Thank you.
my
Thank
group
you. Good
and
afternoon.